People are crucial to success, whether in an organization or in life. The best thing about people management is that we can influence lives in a positive way. Do you want to know the number one skill in people management and in decision making? Namaste friends, I am Sandeep Joshi from Spiritual Spills from Sandeep, and you are at the right place if you want to enrich your life with time-tested wisdom and grow in your career. Hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so you are the first one to know whenever I upload anything new. Leadership is influence. Let us hear about influencing people from the world's most influential speaker, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna speaks about equanimity in Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is the world's first motivational seminar. Let us remove the religion aspect from it. Bhagavad Gita does not have words like Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh. The setting for the Bhagavad Gita is the battlefield of Kurukshetra or Mahabharata, where Arjuna is confused and Krishna guides him in a way that he can now start doing what he is meant to do. What is the right thing to do? Every young man will have some or other point of time in their life dilemmas or the confusion whether to do something or to not do that. That's how Bhagavad Gita begins, with confusion or a lack of meaning. Krishna facilitates, empowers Arjuna and instills a belief that he is way too more powerful than the people whom he is going to face in the battlefield. Every young man or woman needs to understand that their confusions, their challenges are smaller than them and they have the capacity to overcome them. Bhagavad Gita is a step-by-step instruction manual of life. Bhagavad Gita is based on timeless wisdom and principles which are beyond place and circumstances. Let us find out how to improve people management and decision making skills through equanimity. But what is equanimity? First, let us understand what it is not and what it is commonly mistaken as. It is neither a thought nor an emotion. It is not even the suppression of feelings or apathy, that is, lack of interest. It is not, as some commonly mistake, as inexpressiveness or aloofness or even being alone. Equanimity is rather the steady, conscious realization of reality's transience. In simpler words, being calm, composed, especially in difficult situations, knowing that nothing is permanent. It is an antidote to burning bridges with people amidst chaos, which is important in people management. It is extremely important because equanimity allows us to make clearer, more sincere decisions, engage in more effective communication with others, speak the truth, be genuinely interested in listening to others, and be both trusting and trustworthy. And what does Lord Krishna say about equanimity? Matra sparshaastu kaunteya shitoshna dukkhada agamapaino nitya stansti tikshasva bharata. Kaunteya, as in Arjun, the son of Kunti. Matra sparsha, the contact of the senses with the sense object. Sukha means happiness and dukkha means distress. O son of Kunti, the contact between the senses and the sense object give rise to temporary perception of happiness and distress. Agama means come, apayana means go, anitya means non-permanent, like Shita means winter, Ushna means summer. They come and they go like the winter and the summer seasons. They are not permanent. That is why Bharata, descendant of Bharata, as in Arjun, Tikshasva, tolerate, do not get disturbed by these. Let's understand this in detail. Let's say if you are in Chicago, where the temperature is minus 27 degrees, people do not stop their work. Similarly, if it is Delhi, where the temperature is 43 degrees, people still continue to do their work with maybe a little adjustments here and there. Simply speaking, equanimity is about taking nothing personally by refusing to get caught up in the drama, either our own or others. As rightly quoted by the best-selling author Don Miguel Ruiz, there is a huge amount of freedom that comes to you when you take nothing personally. Can success and failure impact our actions? Let's hear a story about focusing on action and being detached to the results. By every usual standard, I was the biggest failure I know. Those are the words of J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter series, which has been translated into 73 languages, sold millions of copies, and accrued over $20 billion through movie adaptations and sponsorship. So why does she admit being such a big failure? Soon after conceiving the idea for Harry Potter, Rowling began writing but was immediately pulled away from her work by the devastating death of her mother. Even after a failed marriage, being jobless single mother with a baby daughter to raise, living off the meager unemployment benefits, she worked on her book in cafes while her daughter was asleep. Although her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers, she found solace in doing what she loved, which is writing. And once the book was published, the rest, as they say, was history. In the next verse, Lord Krishna says, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddha siddhyoho samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. The entire essence of Bhagavad Gita can be summarized in this one shloka. Dhananjaya, O Arjun, Yogastha, being steadfast in yoga. The word yoga literally means oneness. Here, Lord Krishna is referring to karma yoga, meaning selfless action as a path to perfection. Kuru karmani, perform duties by tyaktva, abandoning, sangam, attachment to siddha siddhyoho, success and failure. Be steadfast in the performance of your duty, O Arjun, abandoning attachment. How? Bhutva, becoming, samah, equipoised or steady. Samatvam, equanimity. Yoga uchyate, this evenness is called as the karma yoga. Concentration on action means concentration on the present or living in the present. Life can only take place in the present moment. If we lose present, we lose the life. Prison of past memories and the dream of future cannot deflect you from your duties. Only a present-minded person can take conscious-based decisions. Thus, Lord Krishna explains us how to attain stability by means of detachment to results, by having unwavering focus on present action and realization of impermanence of emotions and feelings. As said by the former PM of India, even a Bharat Ratna, victory and defeat are a part of life which are to be viewed with equanimity. And Buddha said, equanimity makes you imperturbable. No great leadership is possible without a sense of equanimity. Did you find this information valuable? Please let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the video to encourage me and hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so you are the first one to know whenever I upload anything new. As rightly said by someone, knowledge and happiness increase by sharing. So please share this video with your friends and family to create a difference in someone's life. Thanks again.